The compliance industry often talks about AML, CTF, Tranche 2, regulated industries, and your obligations. So you've probably noticed how quickly conversations can turn into a sea of acronyms and technical jargon. What often gets missed though is why those obligations are there in the first place. I'm Artie and this is the Compliance Breakdown, and this week we're looking at the reasons behind AUSTRAC's obligations. AUSTRAC helps detect, deter and disrupt criminal abuse of the Australian financial system. This in turn helps protect communities from serious organised crime, and it does this by enforcing its AML and CTF rules. First, let's look at money laundering risks. According to AUSTRAC, money laundering is the process of dealing in, disguising or concealing the origin of illicit funds to make it appear that the funds come from a legitimate source. It is a key enabler of serious crimes such as child exploitation, drug and sex trafficking, scams, fraud, terrorism, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Terrorism financing can be defined as the means and methods terrorist organisations use to finance activities that pose a threat to national and international security. The money that enables terrorist organisations to carry out terrorist activities comes from both legitimate and criminal sources. Examples include the funding of the purchase of weapons, vehicles or explosives for a terrorist organisation, the funding of the activities that lead to a terrorist act, or the funding for generally supporting a terrorist organisation. The Australian Institute of Criminology estimates that serious and organised crime costs the Australian community over $60 billion, with illicit financing at the centre of most crimes. Australian businesses who are regulated by AUSTRAC are on the front line of defence against money laundering and terrorism financing through completing their obligations. That's all for this week's Compliance Breakdown. It's now time for you to do your part, understand your obligations and help protect the wider community. As always, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.